how's it going? It's William from Rocket Zero, and welcome to another pixel art tutorial. In this Pokemon pixel art tutorial, we're going to be building Magnemite Pokemon number 81 on the Pokédex. Now, I got this Magnemite from candypatterns.com, description down below. So what blocks do we need? Well, we're going to start with some black wool, gray wool, light gray wool, white wool, red, and then some blue wool. So we're going to begin with just 2 blocks of our black wool. So let's line up, and it should be far enough away. So we're going to go just 1 and 2. Then we're going to grab our gray wool and we're going to place 3 blocks of our gray wool. Then we're going to place a white wool. Then we're going to place 2 black wools on the right and 2 black wools on the top. Then we're going to place 3 black wools just like this. We're also going to place a gray wool on the right and then 2 on the left. On the right side, we're going to place 1 black wool. And then on this side, we're going to make this same shape that you see here, but on this corner. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, just like that. Now we're going to grab our gray wool once again, and we're going to place 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, with a white wool in this little corner. Now we're going to grab our black wool, and we're going to place 2 blocks below. Whoops. There we go. 2 blocks below, 2 blocks on the left, and then 2 blocks on the top as well. This is a really, funky looking Pokemon. It's a little metal ball with, screws in it. Pretty cool. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to start now on the right, and we're going to build it from the right to the top, just wrapping around. So let's continue. Make sure you guys have this first for your Pokemon before we move on to the rest of the build. So now would be a great stopping point in this video, just to hit that pause button and copy what you see on your screen. So, alright, so now what we're going to do is that we're going to grab our gray wool. We're going to place 1 block right here. And then to the right of it, we're going to place a black wool. So just make sure you have added that gray wool and then a black wool to the right. Now we're going to grab our light gray wool. We're going to place 2 blocks. And then at the end of it, we're going to place 4 red wools. Then we're going to grab our black and we're going to place 4 black wools right below. We're also going to place 2 white wools and a light gray. Now we're going to grab our black wool and we're going to place 2 blocks on the right. So 1, 2. And then starting on the first white wool block right here, we're going to place 5 blocks moving towards the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to grab our light gray wool and we're going to place, just starting right here on top of our 5 black wools, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to place 4 blocks of our blue wool, making a big square. Now we're going to grab our black wool. We're going to place 2 blocks on the side. Then we're going to grab our white wool and we're going to place 4 blocks of our white wool here. 1, 2, 3, making basically like another square. And then starting here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can grab our black wool and we're going to place 6 blocks on the top here, starting on the blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 block here and then 3 on the side. So make sure you guys have that for the right side of him. You know, he has this 2 magnets on the side. It's a pretty cool Pokemon, like I said before. It's a ball with 2 screws and 1 big screw on the top and then these 2 things on the side. It's pretty interesting. I really like it. So make sure you guys have this so far. Now we have the 2 bolts in the bottom and the thing on the right, whatever you want to call it, a magnet. So now we're going to continue with the Pokemon itself by grabbing our light gray wool this time. We're going to place just 1, 2, 3, and then our 4th block is going to go like that. So make sure you have those 4 blocks. Now we're going to grab our black wool. We're going to place one block here and another, so it's 2 diagonal black wools. Now we're going to grab our light gray wool. We're going to place one block right here. And then above it, we're going to go up by 2 black wools. So 1, 2. Now we're going to grab our white wool. We're going to place 3 blocks on the top. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do 2 rows of 3 with our gray wool. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be your second and final row of our light gray wool there. So make sure you guys have this so far. Now we're going to grab our black. We're going to place 3 blocks on the top. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. We're going to grab our light gray wool. We're going to place 2 blocks here. 1, 2, and then 1 black wool on the left. And then to the left of this black wool, we're going to place 2 light gray wools. 1, 2, and then 2 red wools. Now we're going to switch it up. We're going to go to our black, and we're going to place 4 blocks right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go down by 2 black wools. So 1, 2. Now we're going to switch gears just for a second. We're going to go now to the bottom of the Pokemon, and starting right here, we're going to place 5 blocks moving towards the left. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we can grab our gray wool, and we're going to do 5 blocks once again with our gray wool. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to grab our black, and we're going to go up by 2 on the left. So 1, 2. Now we're going to grab our blue. We're going to place 2 blocks at 1, 2, and then 2 light gray wools, just like that. Let's just place 1 black wool here. Let's take a little step back. And we're pretty much done with the outline. We just have to go back, make the eye and a couple more gray wool blocks and some light gray wool blocks. But so far, this is going to be the outline of the Pokemon. So make sure that you stop the video here and just look at your Pokemon, look at mine, and just go back and forth. See if everything is where it needs to be, just in case you made a mistake. Now would be a great time to just double check before we're done. Okie dokie. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to go over here. We're going to grab our gray wool. And we're going to place just 2 blocks going down from our 2 light gray wools here. And now we can just start filling this in. I'm going to take a step back when I'm done so you can see it better. There we go. Make sure you have filled this part in with some of our gray wool. Now we're going to make the eye. For the eye, we're going to grab our white wool. And in this little edge right here, or ledge, whatever. In this little corner here, we're going to place 3 blocks of our white wool. So 1, whoops, missed it. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to do 1. We're going to place a black wool. And then 3 white wools. Now we're going to place 5 white wools on the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then finally 1, 2, 3. And that's what the eye is going to be made out of. Just some white wool and some black wool in that particular shape. Now we need to add a couple more blocks of our gray wool, just like you can see there. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go down, not down, but we're going to go to the right where these 3 black wools are at. We're going to place 1 block. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to continue building there by grabbing our gray wool, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3. Now everything below here needs to be painted gray, so we're going to do that Let's fill it in with some gray wool. And now everything on the top just needs to be filled in with some light gray wool. So let's go fill it in. Whoops, I keep messing up. And then one more row. And there we go. That's going to be Magnemite. So pause it if you need to. Now that we're completely done, thank you so much for watching. This was William from Rocket Zero. Not for, but from Rocket Zero. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't, so you can stay up to date with all our newest videos. Feel free to check out any other stuff that we have built so far. So once again, this was William from Rocket Zero. Thank you so much for watching. Tell your friends about us. And as always, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.